going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. Today we're going to be going through this huge bin of retired LEGO sets from my childhood and some recent sets too, to hopefully piece together some and have them displayed in the LEGO room. So let's go ahead and dump this out and start getting into the sets that are inside of this bin. And as you can see here, we definitely have a lot of LEGO to sort through, so I have my work cut out for me for today's video, but I'm happy to be able to revive some of these old LEGO sets. The first thing I'm looking for are parts to my old police station from 2011, so we're looking for some of the distinct parts here to hopefully be able to piece this back together, and I like how this is partially assembled, so it made finding the pieces a whole lot easier, but I feel like building the actual police station from all these scraps is definitely going to be a challenge in itself, and looking back at this, it did take me quite a bit of time to piece it back together. After about an hour and a half, we end up with the first half of the police station, which is actually the bigger of the two sections, so this was a bit more time consuming. There's some cool play features like the cells being able to open up, which is something I always had a lot of fun with as a kid, and it's accomplished by the sliding door feature, which has a Technic pin to make sure it doesn't slide out of the prison. The actual prison cells are very simple, but they can comfortably house 1 to 2 inmates per cell. You can escape by pushing this toilet out too, and then below it we've got the garage, which is able to fit the 2 police cars that were originally included in this set, and we also have this small dog kennel off to the side here, which is not complete. I wasn't able to find all of the parts for it, but oh well, most of the product is finished. And then now about 30 minutes later we were able to piece together the actual office section of the police station, which is probably my favorite out of the two, but it did not take nearly as much time to put this one together, as it was much more assembled than the other section, and there's a lot less pieces here too. If we take a look at the back side, we're able to see the interior details, which aren't 100% complete, but are mostly there. We've got the nice coffee machine and some desks on the 3rd floor, and then on the 2nd floor, we're just missing the mugshot camera, but we've got the mugshot area and another desk, and then we have the reception area. And I always loved the mugshot area as a kid. That was always fun to play around with. And then we also have the front desk with a big surveillance screen of the LEGO City, and one thing I always really enjoyed as a kid was moving around the spinny chair, a very simple play feature, but one I always had a lot of fun with. And we also have this nice walkway that leads us into the first section that we built where the jail cells were, so I thought that was cool. And then we of course have the helipad on top of the police station to kind of complete it, and this is one of the most iconic LEGO City sets, and easily one of the most nostalgic for me. And now we're going to try and piece together these police cars too, which will definitely be very time consuming considering this is what we have to sort through. So a couple hours later we're going to take a look at this, but I'm going to try and sort these through color, so this will definitely take us a lot of time, and like a few hours later, here is the end result. So we've now got a much more organized area over here. I've put some of the partially assembled sets off to the side, as well as some distinct parts like tires. I put some base plates off to the side, railroad tracks, and some LEGO Bionicle pieces too, so that made finding pieces a lot more easier for me. And then we've also got our cat Ruby investigating what is going on here, but here's a closer look at the LEGO Bionicle parts from my older brother's LEGO collection. They're very distinct and they look cool, though I don't think I'll be able to piece together any of them, but it'll be nice to have them in this bag for safekeeping in case I do need to access any of the parts. Will be a bit more organized. Also, we've got all of these railroad tracks and some parts from my UFO that also uses railroad tracks in a bag, all organized. And then I've also decided to put all of these tires inside of this old pick-a-brick cup for easy access. This will make it a lot easier to rebuild some cars in this lot. And then I also got this new Sterilite bin, and we're going to dump out these gray pieces into it. And as you can see, we've got a lot more to add to it, which is partially why I took it out of that red bin, because gray is the most amount of pieces I have in my collection. You can see this huge sea of gray now, and this was actually able to let me free up this red bin, so now I can have a place for my green LEGO parts, which was definitely something I needed to do, and Ruby seems to be very happy with our new bin over here. And then we're also going to add in some more of these green pieces too, and some base plates to it, so I'm glad our parts inventory is a lot more organized. Also inside of this lot that I was not expecting to find were a lot of minifigures and minifigure parts from my childhood. I did not think there would be this many inside of this. I was mainly looking at this thinking I would have a lot more LEGO sets to build, but there's a decent amount of new minifigures over here, and we've also organized them by parts and some of the heads. We've got some of my old LEGO Ninjago spinners and the Chima Speedors. We've got some got, I guess, minifigures from Cars 2, that line of sets, and we've got various minifigure parts here too, and some accessories off to the side here. So we've got a lot to go through with the minifigure side of things, which was definitely something I wasn't expecting and I have to go through, but I'm happy I did because I love seeing old LEGO minifigures, and we've definitely got a lot to show y'all here. So first off, on the front row over here, we've got some of Penguin's goons from LEGO Batman, and then we've got some LEGO City robbers, and of course some LEGO City policemen to catch those robbers. We've got some of the forest police here as well, and some of the newer ones from 2014, and off to the very side we have some police dogs. The next row has some cool minifigures from LEGO Chima and some from the CMS. I was really surprised to find this, I think it's called the Fright Knight from Series 19, and then we also got the King from Series 13, and a lot of other CMFs. We've got some Lone Ranger minifigures, though they aren't 100% complete. We've got some Ultra Agents and some more LEGO City minifigures. Towards the back, I was able to complete the Ariel minifigure. We've got a spider costume CMF. We've also got some more policemen. We've got some of the brick costumed people and some more CMFs from Series 19 and 15, so was not expecting to find these guys inside of here. I am missing the hand for this mummy, but that shouldn't be too terrible to replace. I was very surprised to even find her in this lot. And then off to the side, we've got more LEGO City minifigures and half of the Maleficent minifigure. Also, some of the accessories are really cool. I think we've got an Aqua Raiders helmet and a Series 1 Spaceman helmet, so I wasn't expecting to find those. We've got some rare torsos over here, especially this Kingdoms one, so I was very surprised to find that in this lot. It's nowhere near complete, but still cool to have part of it. And we've got some minifigure legs over here and some accessories, including some Infinity Stones and other random miscellaneous parts for our minifigures. So those are nice to have nice and organized. Then we've also got our Ninjago spinners and the Speedors, as well as a little launch thing for the Speedors, which was always one of my favorite things to play around with when I collected LEGO Chima. I especially was happy to find that the Cars 2, I guess Cars, not really minifigures, were found mostly intact. They do need to be repaired a little bit, but it's cool to see these guys again, like 12 years later after the theme originally came out. We've also got this guy in a kayak that I used to, or I guess it's more of a canoe that I used to always play with, and then we've got this penguin vehicle over here. I think this was from a recent set though, and first thing we're going to do is add some minifigures to our display. I think these guys will pair up nicely with the Lion Knight's castle, so we'll be adding even more minifigures to this display. It feels like I've been adding a lot to it, but we've got the King helping the Queen fight off some of the Black Falcon warriors, and then we've got the Fright Knight assisting the Black Knight warriors, so I thought that looks pretty cool. I was happy to add him to the display, and I think we've got some well-needed reinforcements for the Black Falcons. And then up top here, we've got the unicorn costumed guy fighting off the dragon costumed guy, which I thought was a funny story to tell that I didn't really think I'd be able to do. So I like that I was able to add some minifigures to the Lion Knight's castle. It feels like I've been adding tons to that. And then I also was able to add the Penguin Goons. They're fighting some pigeons right now in front of the museum, which I thought was funny. And then we also added Steve and a pig chasing a creeper. I found some of those in the lot that I forgot to show earlier. And the rest of the minifigures, I think I'm just going to end up putting back in my loose minifigure bin. But we're going to go ahead and set aside the minifigures that came with the police station that we were able to salvage earlier. And here they are posed with the actual police station. So I thought that brought a lot of life into this. And now we're going to finally reconstruct the police vehicles I showed off earlier. I think one of the ones I want to start with is this huge forest police helicopter that I had when I was a kid. I have a lot of nostalgia towards this set, so this will probably take us a few hours, but here we are a few hours later with all the vehicles all assembled now. They're not perfect, they're definitely missing a few pieces, but for the most part they are intact, and I really like this first police helicopter. Lots of nostalgia for this one. This one fits in really nicely with the police station that we reconstructed earlier. It fits perfectly on the helipad, which is how I had it displayed a lot as a kid. We've got this police car from the City Bank set from 2011, I think, which was really nostalgic to me, and then we also have the two police cars that came with the 2011 police station, so it's nice to have those guys back on the display. I also really like having the helicopter. I feel like that just really completes this police station. And then of course we have the big forest police helicopter, which isn't perfect. There's definitely some missing pieces here. I had to swap out some, so it's not perfect, but it does look cool. I like the opening doors inside of this set. I always had fun with that as a kid. It's a very cool set, and it's got a lot of play features in it. You can also remove this back door to allow this little buggy to come out of here, and the back door I had to modify a bit. It's not perfect, and also the buggy isn't perfect either. We've also got this Forest Police car that I had really fond memories of, so it's nice to have our kind of like fleet of police vehicles all together again, and I think that's everything that I'm going to assemble in this video. We've got a lot of other sets that I wasn't able to put together, but it's such a time-consuming process, so I'm happy with what I was able to put together, and we were able to add some cool minifigures to our LEGO City displays too, so I was happy with that. But we didn't piece together everything. Maybe in a future video I'll try and do that, but it's very time-consuming. But definitely let me know what you guys thought of this video down in the comments. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you are new around here. But that is all for today. Peace out, and I'll see y'all in the next one.